Hey guys, School Rants here with a brand new video. This is probably one of the first couple of videos I'll ever be uploading on my YouTube channel. So yeah, hopefully you guys kind of like this content. I'm gonna bring different content to my YouTube channel, like cool stories from school or funny stories, funny moments. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe. You're not gonna really miss out on much. I'm not too active a YouTuber, but if it turns out to be more a positive outcome than a negative, I'll definitely be starting to upload more. I do have other YouTube channels, but I'm not going to mention them because this is kind of a personal, private YouTube channel. For those who know me, don't really care. But yeah, so that's what this is. Yeah, so hopefully you guys like the video. So if most of you console viewers or people who have consoles, Xbox One, PS4, Xbox 360, PS3, any of those in general, um, would probably not know much about the PC community and how it all works. And those of you who actually play PC or have everything that I mentioned, including a PC, would know that if they have Mw3 that there's a definite confirmation that there's definitely going to be a cheater in the lobby. Um, that's basically what I'm making a video about, is because it's so relevant now that cheaters are going to be everywhere. I've joined 3 lobbies today, or I think it was about 3 or 4, and 3 out of the 4, or 3 out of the 3 lobbies, there were cheaters in them. And I basically called them all out, and that's what I'm here to show you guys, that you can almost find a cheater in any lobby. I mean, you just have to look for how many hours the person has, which I didn't really go into too much detail about because it wasn't really necessary. But, yeah, there's just a lot going on with Mw3 at the moment. It's basically dead now. There's about 5 or 6, 7 lobbies total in the world right now, with a bunch of mixed members from halfway across the country, halfway across the ocean, to people um, just to people in the same state, but mostly it's just full of cheaters with kick tool and just people in general you just don't want to meet. So yeah. So from those 3 games, I've collected evidence of all the cheaters in the lobbies, and that's why I've left almost every one of those games. If not, they've left. And yeah, so I'm gonna basically show you guys all the evidence I got, and this is pretty solid evidence. It's almost confirmable that you could literally just call him out for cheating. I mean, it's pretty solid evidence if you see what I mean. So, yeah, I'll get that right up for you guys. A little bit here. He throws his C4, gets the kid who wasn't playing, obviously, but then he goes over here, shoots me, and then looks straight down. So he's shooting our teammate right there, which is almost an impossible shot. He knows where I am. He looks down a little bit because he's looking on his screen, and then he shoots exactly where I am. Look at this guy. He immediately turns on me. He looks where I am. I have assassin on, and then he kills me. And you can't do that. And as you see here, everyone dies. And then I zoom in. He immediately knows where I am. You see me look. You seen him look at me. It's kind of funny how he kills my teammate on the ground perfectly, and then just looks in that same direction and sees me. I'm out for us. He immediately goes for me, and I have assassin on. I really do have assassin. And he looks at me through the wall here, so it's basically pretty much predictable by far that most of that people in that game were cheaters. You see, he didn't know exactly where he was. It's just a red box if you have it. You can't actually see or predict how high that is. Then you got this chump. Look at this. Looks at me right there, and looks away on purpose, and then looks at me through the wall, and then shoots me before he even creeps around the corner. I mean, it's perfectly solid evidence that that guy's a cheater, so continuing on. But literally, watch this. Looks at me through the wall, perfectly follows me through the wall, and then kills me. He says, thank you. For referring me through the wall. It doesn't get worse than that. Alright, he turns around, looks at me through the wall, looks away, looks at me through the wall, looks away, keeps running, and then shoots me through the flag, which I would never be able to see. I don't think anybody would ever be able to see me through the flag. He knew exactly where I was, right here. And he does look at me through the wall, as you see here. So I'm going to slow this down. Pretty short and simple. He looks at me through the wall, right there, and then he goes to know exactly where I am, which is fine. He might have a UAV up, but it shouldn't update perfectly. Right here. Here we go. So somehow he ends up shooting me through the wall. So he kills the first teammate pre-fire. Looks like it totally. Second one right there, and third one through the truck. You can't even do that, bro. You can't. Your UAV doesn't update that quick, bro. Watch this. All right, look at that. Look at that. Bam, you don't just lock onto somebody like that. That's not really lock on. You don't really know if somebody's up there. And not to mention, I have Assassin. Your cheats made me laugh. I have Assassin on this ACR class and the other one. I rode from behind here. I'm going to slow this down, short and simple. He's camping up there on that ledge. But as you see here, he's shooting our teammates over there. That's a good spot. I've never been there before. And he looks behind me, just out of random. He looks behind and check out the teammates. He aims in, or he's ready for that quick scope. And look. He types in, really? Haha. And then... That's so cheap, dude. I mean, you just got caught, bro. So whether or not you believe the evidence from my video, it doesn't matter. These guys were still caught for cheating, and other people were calling them out other than just me. So either you listen to other people, or you listen to yourself, which I'm going to do both because usually people aren't wrong. But some people are just plain stupid, or they just suck really bad at the game. In this case, I don't. So if these guys ever do get banned, it's still good to bring awareness to the community that there are still these people out there who still ruin the game. Not only does it ruin Steam's experience for the community, but it ruins the income for the servers and the money that gets brought in from this game. A lot of people have been complaining about cheaters for so long. It's even on some of the oldest games like World at War and Call of Duty 4. I've experienced some cheaters on PC for World at War, but it's been taken care of due to Punkbuster and some of the server's administrators. Which is exactly what this game needs. It needs an anti-cheat system. Some Minecraft servers have built an anti-cheat system for hacked clients. World at War has a Punkbuster system to kill off cheaters. So, Mw3 should invest in something like that. But the game is too old to do that, so nobody's going to invest in that. It would bring back money to the server and a lot more players to the community. But it's too old for a game. Now, those who benefit from solid internet connections have the ability to take care of these cheaters. One way is Mw3 Server Administrator, or Mw3 Kick Tool, and that is what I'll be making a video on soon if it's necessary. Mw3 Kick Tool allows you to kick cheaters or just people in general in your lobby who are causing problems. Now you can kick anybody in general if you want to open a spot for your friends, but that's just not fair. But as a reminder, the only way you get this tool work is to be host. That's why I mentioned a solid internet connection. You can only be host if you have a really decent internet connection for everyone to connect to. Now you can use Mw3 SA or Mw3 Kick Tool to find out certain information about people, like where they're from, their Steam ID, and their IP address. But this is information that's not necessary due to the fact that you're a host of the lobby, so you can pretty much do anything you want with information, but I recommend not to use it against them. So just remember, with great power comes great responsibility. And if you guys do need help installing this, or if you want me to make a video on it, I already know how, just ask, and I'll probably make a video on it. So those are a couple ways I recommend dealing with cheaters, or at least one of them you're in control. The other one, I have no idea whether it will be implemented into the game because the game is too old. But it's still a nice thought. Those who want to invest in a custom server, there are dedicated servers to Mw3 and Mw2, but they have completely AIDS connection, so the connection is so bad that you only get a 1 bar to a 2 bar if you have a decent internet connection. So if you're currently a cheater or cheaters, I do recommend you turn them off because people will make a big stink about it, and actually people will leave the game, and that's less kills. I mean, there's already a huge loss in people already in this game, and a lot of people have already left, and people are still leaving. So sooner or later it's going to come down to 2 times, or 2 lobbies total of players, if that even happens, and there's going to be less people to kill, less MOABs, less fun. I mean, let's admit, most of these servers are dried out now for Call of Duty, Mw3, Mw2, World at War, COD 4. I mean, Call of Duty 2 is doing pretty solid. I mean, a lot of people are going back to those games to trick shot on them, which is pretty cool, but, you know, that's not really what the game is for, and that's besides the point. There's just a loss in people now because these games are running dry because of the cheaters, the tryhards, and the pub stompers, the spawn trappers, but they have nothing to do with the cheating. It's just this game is completely broken, just as well as many other Call of Duties. I mean, World at War, there's been like a couple good servers up for that game, some of the best servers actually, and they actually are almost full every day, and it's not even fair. But I really do love Modern Warfare 3, and I don't want to see it go. It's like one of my favorite Call of Duties. I played it on 360 with my friend Jenks, and we just did everything together on that game. I mean, we literally wrecked so many scrubs on that game. It was literally everyone's favorite game. When it first came out, it was full of ACR. I think Call of Duty Elite was pretty big back then too. I mean, it was so much fun, and now it's just ran dry. The cheaters are there. They're pretty common, and it's pretty bad now. It's gotten to the point where we have to actually make videos and complain about how bad it is. So now it's up to the community whether or not these guys stay away. I mean, we can basically do all that we can to stop them using the kick tool. We can invest in. I mean, we shouldn't even have to invest. They should just not be in there at all. But dedicated servers are an option. They're usually pretty bad servers, though. I don't know. Kick tool is just one of the best options out there because it really kicks them out of the game. You can ban people with it, but I don't know if that actually works or not. I've tried it. I've just labeled a few people, and it's done its fair share of kicks. But yeah, the tool works. So if you guys want to make a video on it, like I said before, I'll definitely make a video on it if it's necessary. But yeah, so once there's a cheater, they're gonna keep spreading. I mean, they spread from every game to game. I mean, it's always nice to get an understanding of how cheats work, but continually doing that is not cool anyways. So yeah, this video is just to bring awareness about the cheaters. If you did like this video, please subscribe. I love to bring content like this. This is not the only content I'm going to bring, but this was a rant video, which is kind of related to my name. But yeah, so I love bringing this kind of stuff. If you want to hear more about this stuff, want to hear more of my content, go ahead and subscribe below, like this video, show me some comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.